What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Ultra Vegito fan version from the channel is Call Me ARJ. His thumbnails are fantastic, I must say. Shout out. Let's draw this. Landscape page. Pencil eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast. We've got a big hand sticking out here. Big. And then a 3/4 pose for Ultra Vegito. Let's go. Let's start with the big eye. Center point of my page here. We'll come up and we'll just do this sort of tick. Right, so like a check mark or tick line, up and down, right? And because he's no eyebrows, we just go like this way. And then they might do a frown, like a brow line. Big Dragon Ball eye down there. And then, so a short line, just perpendicular, see, it just comes off that. This one is diagonal, that way. And then curve them together. And then his eye is it's fairly big, it's nearly a full circle. So we'll go this way. Wide-eyed Dragon Ball characters. Sometimes they can, you know, do a half circle under here. It makes them look a bit more angry. But we're going for a big, wide-eyed, intense look. Okay. So we have a sort of a W shape, W frown that Dragon Ball guys characters have. Sort of here. And because his head is turned away from us, we have a small eye on this side. And then the nose just here. So the nose is just like an L sort of shape. Kind of goes out normally, down and in there. So it's like a scythe or an L or an upside down 7. And then they like to draw in the shadow on the bottom in the nose in Dragon Ball. And then there's like some wrinkles just there. So that's small eye then. So we have another tick going up, more vertical than this side, and it's not as wide. And this disappears under his fringe. And then we have that square sort of box-like Dragon Ball eye, just here. And then his eye in the corner there. And then the pupil just be sort of in the middle somewhere, like that. And then his brow there. And we got the cheek marks, little hatching lines just on the cheek. So he's gritting his teeth, his mouth open, right? So we go up the side, box-like, so it comes round. Front side is a bit smaller. And then the bottom lip comes around here. And then you can just add some sort of teeth, like so. And then some skin around the mouth. And then the shadow underneath the bottom lip. And then his chin. So the curved line for the face goes this way, right? So the chin isn't like underneath the nose. It's like, it starts sort of in the center of his teeth here. Right, like that. So you can see like everything sort of curves out and in. So like these things are in line sort of this way, diagonal. They're not like stacked below each other. Okay. So then we have his jaw. This way. And then it curves up. Different on this side, so we can see his cheekbone. Right, so it kind of curves out. that way. Different shape to this. About nose level is where it sort of turns around, goes up towards the eyebrow, or his brow. He doesn't have eyebrows. Goes up that way. So, patora, earring curving around here. Just they do it pretty simple, just like a small circle and then a large one, and then a cap. See a little bit of the other one hanging down here. And then his earlobe. And the sideburn is like beside his eyebrow. And his ear top comes out from there. Joins the lobe down the bottom. Big ears in Dragon Ball. A lot bigger than you think. Took me a while to get used to drawing Dragon Ball ears because I was like, that can't be right. That looks way too big. But it is. It's correct. And then ear lines. Letter J to get you started. Some people do leave it like that, but we like to add a bit more here. Just make it look a bit more eerie. Spooky, eerie ears. Okay. So, 2 fringe spikes and then standard sort of Dragon Ball hair coming out from here, right? So say his hairline is kind of like Vegito's a bit, so it comes around there along the side, and then you have a hair spike coming out from sort of the center of his head, which would be like here, like a little V here, right? So this goes down in the usual Dragon Ball way. Around into here. Right, so you can go over the eye sometimes, you know, or above it, it's up to you. Then this other side, this one sort of hangs over his forehead on this side. Top of it then. Like that. And then maybe like a bit of a hairline just going this way. Like so. Now he has blood all over his face, but we'll just, it's done with like red color. So you want to like, well, add some like scratches to his face and make him look a bit more beat up and stuff. And there's like a little vein here. Okay, like he's been fighting. So, Dragon Ball hair, spikes, it kind of reminds me of a candle flame. It kind of starts in his head, gets wider, and then skinnier up the top gradually. So, spike here, and then like another small one here. And then we just keep going with this in the same way. And this will go off the top of my page, up there. And then we do the other side, and then fill in some of the gaps. Right, so we're going out and in. Another one in here. I think this is just then the big one. Going off the page that way, and there's a couple more inside here. And then textures. So that could be another spike actually. Not entirely sure, hard to see. So we just add texture lines to all these. So you just follow each sort of hair spike. Shape, just adding these lines coming down. Okay, so big hand here. We get sort of his chest in first, right? Well, his neck and stuff, and his chest. So like the back of his neck is here, front of it here. So we're looking at him kind of nearly side on. And then we've neck muscle this way, going down there. Art.Simple, another neck muscle. And then his chest sort of like bumps out here, pushed out real far. And then we go up again. Like that. And then the center of his chest will go sort of this way. Okay. Then we can see like his trapezius muscle. Like there. And then there's like a nipple side there. Here as well. Like muscle fibers coming across this. And then trapezius on this side. So we got like trapezius there. And then there's like a big hand here, so you can't really see much else. So say like his diaphragm, and then like his stomach, two just curves here, same size nearly. And then like there's abs in here, right? Right, and his sort of kimono gi is ripped. So you got all these bumps. The way they draw it is just these bumps coming across here. And I think you can see his back then. Just there. And it's orange and blue, right? So we got like two layers to this. Let's see. You can do this anyway, just these spiky, wavy. Like that. And then you do a blue layer, basically. And then legs, or it's actually a waistband actually, coming down here with lines vertical or horizontal here. So big hand, then we got to deal with this, right? So it's bigger than his head, right? So it's real big. So space it out so it's kind of like the palm of your hand has these two bumps here. So we'll go boom. This will give you an idea now of how big. Right, so that's this part. So it's nearly like actually the same size as my hand. It's bigger actually, but roughly. Right, and then the thumb starts here, curves around. Then you have a thumb knuckle going that way. Your thumb joins your index up on this side. keep curving. And 3 more fingers down to the pinky down here, right? Which is sort of connected to the palm of his hand, just by some skin folds, you know, palm of the hand lines. So we'll just do that, keep going. Your fingers always have these 3 segments, you know, 3 bumps on them. So if you do this, you won't go too far wrong. Hands can be tricky though. I had someone in the comments say hands are easy. I was like, what? Is it just me? I find them hard. Next one. Pinky. Like so, right? And then we can kind of see his shoulder. I guess we got to connect it somehow. So just do a bump here. Then glove the base of it, like his wrist and stuff. And then his forearm and his elbow. Just underneath. So it's all foreshortened, so it just looks round and short and stuff. Sort of ribs in there. And that's that big hand done, I think. Right, so he's got a fist here, just beside, right, coming out like his forearm. The white glove on. That's kind of a more standard fist shape. Just get like 4 knuckles. And the pinky usually like curves in around itself. So then just finger lines. And sort of palm of his hand here. And then his thumb. So, and then I think we can see a bit of bicep there. Again, scratches. I'm going to scratch him up. Lots of dirt and battle scars. And when I'm colouring, I'll add some blood to the face. Like so. And aura, if you want, you know, draw it around, or not. And what do I want to do? Tell you, I might. No, I'll leave it. I kind of like the way it looks like this. You could do it with color, you know, you can color around the aura if you want. Ultra Vegito. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.